Greetings, fellow detectives, and welcome to Boiler Room Detective. The case of the high conductivity. The maintenance director sent me a copy of the water treatment report for the steam boilers we sold and asked me about the comments from the water treatment company. After reviewing the readings, I noticed the elevated conductivity in the condensate. This is typically a sign of carryover. Carryover is when large pockets of boiler water are pulled with the steam into the system. It lowers the efficiency and the life of the boiler. In the comments portion of the report, the water treatment tech said the system had carryover and it was due to the type of boilers we sold, which were vertical fire tube boilers. The backstory on the water treatment expert is that he also sold boilers and was upset the owner chose my boilers over his much more expensive ones. He had a reputation for being arrogant and condescending with his customers, a sort of real blowhard type of guy. I called my contact and he informed me the report also went to the VP of Facilities, and he had questions about the boilers we sold. Reluctantly, I agreed to meet with the water treatment tech on site. In addition, my contact and the VP of Facilities were going to be there. Nothing like working under pressure, I guess. I had a pretty good idea that my boilers did not have much carryover, if any, because I oversized the near boiler piping and verified the steam velocity was low. I arrived early, reviewed the piping in the boilers, and suddenly realized the cause of the elevated conductivity. Each of the boilers had a high-level spill trap, as per ASME code. The steam generated by the firing boiler goes everywhere, including the idle boiler. The high-level spill trap is installed an inch or two above the normal boiler water level. If the water level rises above the elevation of the trap opens and allows the boiler water back to the boiler feed tank, so it's not wasted. The boiler water has a higher conductivity than condensate, and this is what the tech read. A few minutes later, the door opened, and the blowhard water treatment tech, the VP of Facilities, and the Director of Maintenance walked in. Blowhard started immediately and took control, saying these boilers were not meant for steam and were simply glorified water heaters. He went on to explain that the boilers had carryover, which was costing the facility much more money than his boilers would have. When done, everyone looked at me, including him, that smug look on his face. "Where do you take your condensate readings?" I asked calmly, and he smugly pointed to the boiler feed drain. "You'll get elevated conductivity if you test it there," I said, and before he could argue, I continued. "The boilers have high-level spill traps. These are required by code when using more than one boiler. The traps ensure the lag boiler doesn't flood. The discharge of the traps are piped to the boiler feed so water isn't wasted. If you test it there, you will definitely see higher conductivity because you're seeing some of the boiler water coming in. To accurately test the condensate conductivity, get your sample here before it goes into the tank," I said, pointing to a fitting on the condensate return pipe. I bent over, allowed some water to drain, and then filled the conductivity meter. The reading said 20 micromos, and I showed it to the facility guys. Low conductivity is under 25, and this reading is 20, so the conductivity is low, which means there's very little carryover, if any, I said, and looked at Blowhard. He was red-faced and looked like he was going to blow a gasket. I smiled. The facility people thanked me, and we all walked out of the boiler room. The water treatment tech made a beeline for his car, saying he had a meeting. When he was gone, the VP of Facilities asked if I knew of another water treatment company because they were tired of this guy's attitude. It pays to know your equipment and calmly explain it to your customers. If you would like to contact me, my contact information is here. In addition, I have my two websites, The Brewing with Steam site has monthly blog posts on steam systems for breweries and distilleries. I have written 11 books on boilers, and they are available on Amazon. In addition, you could find some of my writings in these fine publications. Thanks for stopping by, Boiler Room Detective, and I hope to see you on the next case.